This is the camera we all forgot. Popular cameras said that this could be too good for amateurs, and that the T70 reduces the role of camera from master to servant. See, it's 1984, and computers are the rage. Macintosh has just been released this January, and the NES will come out next year, but this camera already has an 8-bit computer inside. Canon boasts that photography enters the computer age. But why did everyone miss this camera? Though it was beautiful, the future is relentless. It had auto metering, but the EOS cameras, just a little later, had autofocus, a clear advantage. For me, this camera takes a special spot in my heart. Because it has such good auto metering, I feel like the shots I get with it have a certain almost magical look to them. I really, really love the photos out of this camera. The dual metering it advertises so prominently has two settings. One, average, that uses the entire image to find its settings, but partial only uses the center, and it locks exposure so you can recompose. LCDs are the future, that's why this camera has one. It boasts the metering modes of program, which is just standard, wide, which has a more closed down aperture to have more depth of field, and tele, which is biased towards opening the aperture so you can have as high shutter speed as possible, and TV, where you handle everything. Interestingly, this camera doesn't have aperture priority. It has a version where you turn it onto shutter priority and then you adjust your shutter manually with the buttons on top in order to get the exposure that you want from the aperture that you want. This camera has 0.7 shots per second shooting speed, faster than manually winding, but slower than the Nikon FG, which is a couple years older with an auto winder, which has about 3.2. This is such an awkward middle child of a camera, but that's why I like it. Because it's super quirky. I love the experience of, it feels like an old sports car or something. It thinks it's so far in the future. Instead of these old dials, it has buttons. And at the end of the day, there are better cameras. Anything modern would blow this absolutely out of the water, and anything older has a more tactile feel and will be easier to take full manual control. But I think there's nothing wrong with appreciating the high tech of a past age. And if you have a chance to try a camera from this era that you might know nothing about, it might give you a little extra appreciation for the camera that you hold today. Thank you for watching, and God bless.